Hi, my name is Kumari Sky, and I am here today with you for a yin yoga pose tutorial. This tutorial is about the bridge pose. So this pose targets the sacrum and the low back. It also can target the arms and shoulders, especially because they're going to be overhead in most cases. And you might even feel it in your lower belly or the front of the legs. So, one way to set up for the bridge pose is just to use a block. You'll use it at the first or the second level. This level's kind of high, so just start with this or this. And you're going to want to situate the block right under the sacrum, so that flat bone at the bottom of your spine. It should feel like your hip points are pressing up. You can bring your arms overhead. They could be straight out or bent. And then you can also lengthen out the legs here. So once you're in this position, you really should feel like you're being pressed up. You can also do this pose with a block blanket combo, where you just put the blanket on top if the block is uncomfortable. You can also use a bolster instead of a block, or a bolster blanket combo. Some ways of making this pose a little more accessible or more comfortable, so some modifications would be, so let's say that it hurts the person's lower back if they straighten both legs. We'll just do one leg at a time and see how that feels. If the arms and shoulders are getting tingly, you can prop them up or simply practice the pose with the arms down. This pose isn't one for pregnancy. And like I was saying, don't allow tingling in the hands or the arms. If there is arthritis in the hips or a hip replacement or back issues, people with those issues might find this pose a little too intense. So you can do those modifications or just skip it. A lot of times using the bolster or even a blanket folded a couple times will make this pose more accessible for people. The counter pose to this one, the best one, is just hugging the knees to the chest and doing a few rocks. The meridians affected in this pose, when you would feel any sensations along the sacrum or the lower spine, that's the kidney and urinary bladder meridian. Stress along the thighs and the lower belly is spleen and stomach meridians, as well as the kidney meridian. Stress in the arms and the shoulders when they're overhead, that is the heart and lung meridians. You would want to hold this pose 3 to 5 minutes. And the edge where you really want to feel it is the lower back and the front of the body, the bridge pose.